This holiday, it's giving thanks. I'm grateful for the expressive and impressive poets who left an impression on me. And what better way to display the magnitude of my gratitude than to shout out the true artists who portray what true art is. I'll start with the visionary, who told me I was called to move mountains and created to create as a way to commune. Folks would never know the young blood in me were it not for the leak in these veins. Thank you, big brother, for branding me with your merch, for being so down to earth, for taking me to church every time you shared a verse, and thank you to the poetess who showed me how to steward my ebony with integrity every time she graced a new stage and mic or a new stage of life, and thank you to the crew from Kook Slam for treating me like fam. Our slam coach said that one day we'd be renowned. It's been a mere 4 years since then, but it appears that we've grown at a rate that would make RJ right about now. I'd like to shout out many others who I consider my sisters and brothers. There's the heiress, who has been on air with the mayor. She taught me that having enough air is key on the mic. There's another lyricist, whose talent can make anyone acknowledge the free knowledge that she shares about anything, even breathing. There's the dude whose dope lines are like a dose of both Prozac and blunt force trauma against trauma. A sage of the stage helped me paint my bars as black as mama, as black as Mamba, black like Wakanda, as black as Panther, as black as Chakra. Cause the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. It's no wonder why Deuce is so nice at what she do that I had to say it twice cause just once won't do. Me and Lionel Mosby be broskies, like Zach and Cody, homies, like Shaq and Kobe. Both he and I try to mimic the Messiah in word and deed. Both he and I learned spoken word from outspoken beings. No one cures my writer's block quite like AJ. No one fixes it as lightning quick as McQueen. I've seen Sabrina Benaim paint a scene that brings tears to dry eyes and warms hearts as cold as dry ice. I was touched by albums from Jay Ivy, and now I'm itching for a Grammy. Poets in Autumn is always awesome, like an Oscar-winning film when directed by Perry, not by Tyler, but by Preston and Jackie. How can I mention those two without naming Ezekiel Azonwu in the same breath? He's one of my role models, though we haven't met yet. Lowe taught me at Urban that crafting bars as a wordsmith can be my own version of worship, a fact that gave me new purpose. I've heard Jasmine Sims freestyle off the dome. I bought Jasmine Mann's Black Girl Call Home. I met Deborah Deep and She's So Cold. I'm glad I had the right voices empower me. Like T Sleeveless and Matt Capone. I was in awe when I saw Rudy Francisco, when I saw him in person and on The Tonight Show. Where I'm from, we value angels like Gabriel the Griot, and we study my Naija bro Ayo Falomo until Black Boy Joy replaces our FOMO. I joined poetry potlucks with Kelsey Bigelow. Otaku Flow is my bro in Morocco. Christoph from Poet Life took a chance on me, and that's an opportunity that I won't blow. I kneel in prayer, like an MC who's doing God's will. And I kneel to honor a poet whose skills got him to the top of the hill, born to inspire artists who aspire to be their best self. He struggled with OCD, but in poetry, it exposed me to the impact of mental health. To this day, I still listen to Shane, Sarah K, and Phil K to feel okay with myself. I tend to make a gain again and again when I watch my friend Lyrical Faith push her pen to its wit's end. I read lines of Red Lion's poetry until they uncaged and uncuffed the king beast within me. No one can weaponize artistic artillery or handle a shell as well as the sharpshooter herself. How could I not mention Seven? His influence on the brethren won't go unnoticed that OG is goated and so is Obi. Not Juan Kenobi, but the one who had metaphors that cradled this sun from the east to the west, from the least to the best. I saved the best for last. In my heart, there lies a woman whose last name I aim to change from LeGrone to my own. God knows it, cause God's poet has got moments showing she's the poet God's chosen for me. I'm done with this naming scheme. You get the point. Your boy is grateful for all the artists who supported and poured into me. Many of those folks were poets I used to idolize. Back when I had idle eyes, too blind to see that they were ordinary people with normal lives. Now I normalize this truth so much that I dull lies. Now I shine like those guys, so bright that I dull eyes. I'm not the wide-eyed newbie that I used to be. I'm not the untrained artist that you used to see. I buried the old me and wrote my own eulogy. Thank you to everyone who gave me the tools to be. A prophet for God's kingdom and a problem for all others. Our doubters will hate this statement, but I'll show them that you can't spell prophet without the letters in poet, and you can't spell problem without the letters in poem.